Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Noble Garage. So another weekend here. It's just me this time. So the goal for this weekend is going to be the steering and finishing up the engine mounts. All right, here we are at the Ion. So right now I just have it full of Saturn parts, but I've already unbolted most of this, but the Ion has electric steering, and we're putting the Ion steering rack in the car, so we need steering, and I don't want manual steering. So first step I'm going to do is trying to get this steering wheel off here. I bought a puller, so hopefully that'll help. So once we get that steering wheel off, then I can go ahead and take this whole rack. There's just two bolts like here and here, and then I'll take that off, and then we'll play with it in the wagon and see what we can mock up and see what I'm going to have to use, and we'll go from there. Alright, the steering column's out, steering wheel's off. So now what I'm going to try and do is see if I can separate this here from the shaft and pull the shaft off this whole thing, and then see if this can somehow fit in the wagon. Okay, here you can see I have both the steering linkages out. This one here is from the wagon, this one here is from the Ion. So you can see this one's quite a bit longer. So that's actually good, because when I was measuring, I was worried that it would be too short and I wouldn't be able to put it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get the steering column out of the wagon here, and the steering wheel off, and then I can do a full-on comparison and see what I want to do. Alright, so a bit of an update here. So this is a red line, this is wagon. So both these, there's a bit of adjustment in. You can slide them back and forth. This goes in. This will extend quite a bit. Here's the red line. There's also a bit of flexibility with this the steering column shaft. So I can confirm that on here the stock wheel will fit off the wagon on the spline there. So I may end up using the stock wheel just to keep it all looking stock. We'll see. And then here we have the electric steering motor, so I have to cut out the dash to fit that. But what I'm thinking about doing is cutting this here to keep this spline, and then I'm going to weld that onto the shaft of the wagon. And then here we have the mount out of the red line, so I'm going to cut off here. That gives me these 3 bolts, which can bolt up to the bottom of here. Then if we come inside the wagon here, I've already had this out of the car a few times, but looking up here, I'm going to cut somewhere here and weld that piece of pipe with the 3 bolts on it onto here to give that a mounting place. So that motor, I'm thinking, is gonna sit. I'm gonna have to cut away here. So this rail here will have to get cut most likely. So that motor's gonna sit facing this direction, above the pedal there. Hopefully, sorry about the filming. Hopefully I can angle it out of the way. So that's the game plan right now. However, this is my steering column here, and I really don't want to do a practice run on it, so because it's got my keys and everything here. So what I'm going to do is go to the wreckers, get another one of these, get another couple steering linkages, just so I have some stuff to play around with, stuff that I can chop up and not worry about it. And then once I get a final working assembly here with what I want to do, Then I'll cut this up once I know what I'm doing. So we're gonna leave that for now. Move on to do some other things. I went to the wreckers today. I got some black seat belts. The foam's just falling down there, but some black seat belts, so I'm gonna throw those in. Also, I want to. This is just sitting here, but I want to actually. Now that those are tacked real good, and they should be strong enough. There's some big tacks on the inside here, and the whole inside seam there is all welded, so it should be strong enough. So I want to put the struts on and actually lower this down and just see how it all sits. And then I'm going to go ahead and see what else I can work on. Maybe do, I mentioned already, I'm going to get these filler plates. I'm going to do those. But I also might see if I can do some of the fuel lines, get those plumbed up now that I know the final sitting place of the engine. And perhaps I can start working out where the coolant and all that's going to go. So I'm going to get that done, and I'll give you an update once I've made some more progress. Alright, another update. So here we have, I put the wheels on. It's all bolted in there. That's bolted up. Come over here. It's all bolted up there. So it's not fully welded yet, but we got the struts in and everything. So the first test fit looks good. She fits really well. We're just finished making up the plates. We got one pretty well done here. So that's that plate there, and then got a few more to do. But we're gonna get those all done, and then they can be welded in later. Alright guys, that's it for this weekend. We got most of those plates made up. We just got to weld them in. The engine fits. Put it on its own weight. Everything clears. It's all good. I started to work on the fuel lines. So I'm going to grab some parts from the wreckers for the steering, so next time I'm back I can start picking away at that. Other than that, it's just radiator, brake, clutch, gas pedal, and some plumbing and wiring and that sort of stuff, and it's going to be good to go. So mounts are done, that's the big part, and if you like the video, give it a like, share it, and thanks for watching.
Take it easy.